everyone, we have prepared latest market updates for March 9th, 2023. Uber considers spinning off its logistics business. Uber Technologies is weighing options to spin off its freight logistics business, either through a sale or a separate publicly traded company at a time when the company is doubling down on its ride-hailing and meal delivery business, Bloomberg reported Wednesday, citing unnamed sources. The company's shares rose about 3% after the news. Uber's decision on the ride-hailing business is not imminent, and the company's plans could change, the sources said. One source said a more likely outcome is an IPO, according to the report. A spin-off would allow the company to focus more on its growing ride-hailing and meal delivery divisions at a time when its freight logistics business continues to struggle amid a softer backdrop in the trucking industry. Uber launched its freight division in 2017 and acquired logistics company Transplace in 2021 for $2.25 billion. Uber Freight connects trucking companies with shippers, acting as an intermediary in the long-haul trucking business. In January, the unit said it will lay off about 150 employees, or about 3% of its staff. Stablecoins and Ether to become a commodity. Stablecoin and Ether are commodities that should be handled by the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, its chairman reiterated at a recent Senate hearing. At the March 8th Senate Agricultural hearing, CFTC Chairman Rustin Behnam was asked by Senator Kristen Gillibrand about the different views of the regulator and the Securities and Exchange Commission following the CFTC's 2021 agreement with stablecoin issuer Tether. Behnam responded as follows: "Despite the regulatory framework around stablecoins, from my perspective, they will be commodities. It was clear to our enforcement team and the Commission that Tether, the stablecoin, is a commodity." The CFTC has argued in the past that some digital assets such as Ether, Bitcoin, and Tether are commodities, for example, in its lawsuit against FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried in mid-December. Asked what evidence the CFTC would present to gain regulatory influence over Ether during the Senate hearing, Behnam said the CFTC would not allow futures products for Ether to be quoted on CFTC exchanges unless it was certain it was a commodity asset. Oil consolidates amid rising U.S. stocks. Oil prices held steady Thursday as a larger-than-expected drop in U.S. crude inventories and hopes for demand in China countered fears that more aggressive interest rate hikes in the U.S. would slow economic growth and reduce oil consumption. Brent crude futures rose 1 cent to $82.67 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate WTI crude futures remained flat at $76.66 a barrel. Both benchmarks had declined 4 through 5% over the previous 2 days. On Tuesday, they posted their biggest daily drop since early January, following comments by U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell that the central bank might have to raise interest rates more than expected in response to recent strong data. Although China's crude imports fell 1.3% in the first 2 months of 2023 from a year earlier, analysts pointed to the acceleration of imports in February as a sign of fuel demand recovery after Beijing lifted COVID-19 controls.